Hey guys, this is video number one from Fasting Mastery video series that I'm going to be doing over the next 3 days, I believe. So that's going to give you a better understanding of different kinds of fasts. So intermittent fasting, daily fasting, longer fast that is somewhere in between in duration. So all about that you're going to hear today, tomorrow, and Wednesday probably. So when we talk about fast, we usually talk about three kinds of fasting. Intermittent fasting, usually people mean by that is daily fast of several hours. 16-8 is one of the most popular when you fast for 16 hours and then you eat for 8 hours. Then there are fasts in between 24 to 48 hours, and then there are long fasts that usually last longer than 2 days. People do fasting usually for different reasons. For weight loss, fat loss, especially to break through the fat loss plateaus. Another thing is to manage insulin and blood glucose, especially for people with type 2 diabetes and metabolic syndrome. Also for heart health, because it also helps you to lower your cholesterol like no other method will. And that's about it. There is some misunderstanding of what fast is and what you can consume and you can't consume. When traditional fast is nothing but water, usually. And in some cases, of course, non-caloric tea, non-caloric coffee, but without sweeteners, because sweeteners do raise your blood glucose and raise your insulin levels. So usually for intermittent fasting done properly, you would consume only water or unsweetened coffee or tea. Sometimes for better compliance, you can have like a teaspoon of oil or butter or heavy cream, but nothing, artificial, no carbohydrates, no proteins usually. And then for longer fast, for 3 and more days, you would probably supplement with sodium, with electrolyte like magnesium and potassium to keep your blood pressure and heart rate stable. And if you're on any kind of medications or have problems with your blood sugar, you probably want to consult your doctor to make sure that your blood sugar levels are stable and you're not going to faint or have some other issues. Very often doctors would recommend to consume bone broth, especially for a longer fast, because that provides you sodium and also some essential amino acids, some essential vitamins and minerals. So bone broth is another thing you can add to your fast, either intermittent or longer fasts that you do for several days or longer. And then there is special kind of fast that people call fat fasting. And when fat fasting done properly, it usually means consuming nothing but pure fat on top of water, coffee, tea. So you can have something like bulletproof coffee with something like coconut oil and some grass-fed butter. You can, like I do, have some cacao butter also. But the most important thing about fat fasting is you want to consume nothing but pure fat. Why it's important? Because fat has the least influence on your insulin levels, and that's what you're trying to do usually when you do fasting, to improve your insulin levels, your glucose levels, and also to lose weight and improve your heart health. And if you decide to consume some carbohydrates, even, I don't know, from vegetables or some protein, that's gonna spike your insulin and glucose more. And that's gonna cancel your fasting much more than fat ever can. So that's why also fat is more advisable nutrient during fasting compared to carbohydrates or fat or protein. So guys, to recap video number one of our fasting series, you want to do fasting for 3 main reasons usually: weight loss, maintenance of your blood glucose and insulin levels or your metabolic health, and to manage your cholesterol levels, basically your heart health and your artery health. So 3 reasons. And for most fast, you want to consume unsweetened tea, unsweetened coffee, or similar drinks, and then maybe bone broth. Unless you're doing fat fasting, that's when you can add your bulletproof coffees and consume pure fat, no carbohydrates, no proteins, to maintain your stable insulin and glucose levels, and also to become a better fat burner and keto burner.